early next week.
All right, Tom, thank you. Hey, shoplifting is on the rise and some retailers aren't doing anything about it. And Americans will shell out some big bucks to celebrate Halloween today. Jane King is at the NASDAQ market site with these stories and more. It's your King Business Report.
The National Retail Federation estimates more than 175 million Americans are planning to participate in Halloween activities this year, spending about $3.2 billion on costumes, $2.7 billion on decorations, and $2.6 billion on candy. Americans who plan on buying candy for Halloween expected to spend an average of $27. Also, the National Retail Federation says organized retail crime is on the rise and shoplifters are becoming more aggressive. Employees of Victoria's Secret stores told Business Insider that they see shoplifting every day, but aren't allowed to do anything about it. Victoria's Secret has a strict policy where its employees are instructed not to accuse, approach, discuss, or point out shoplifters in any way. Racial profiling is a concern for many retailers, along with the safety of their employees. Well, effective November 4th, more than 100 organizations, including the NRA, will no longer receive discounts through the FedEx Marketing Alliance program. FedEx says the 100 organizations that were part of this alliance did not have the shipping volumes needed to sustain a dedicated program. And the buyout interest in Papa John's is growing. Bain Capital and CVC Capital are among the private equity firms competing to buy the pizza chain. Already, some other firms, KKR and Work Capital, have been vying for Papa John's, and some offers may come in the next few weeks. A special committee formed by Papa John's is exploring a sale as part of a wide review of alternatives for the company. From the NASDAQ market site, I'm Jane King with your business update.
So very much. Let's take a look, see how stocks are performing right now. Dow Jones Industrial continues its rally, going up 267 points to sit right now at 25,141. NASDAQ Composite doing the same thing, up 131 points to sit right now at 72.92. California has issued its first permit to test driverless vehicles on public roads. Waymo is the company that has been granted the permit by California's Department of Motor Vehicles. Waymo will be putting the first autonomous vehicles on the state's public roads without safety drivers. Until now, a safety operator had been required in the driver's seat. Initially, the cars will only be tested in certain communities. No word yet on how soon they'll begin. Pizza Hut has teamed up with Toyota on a new delivery vehicle. The Tundra Pi Pro is a concept hydrogen fuel cell truck that not only cooks pizzas, but uses a pair of robot arms to move them along in a line. You see, the arms grab pre-assembled pizzas, bakes them, slices them, and slides them into a box. The entire process takes about 7 minutes, so the truck could make your pizza while it's driving to your house. But don't expect to see this on the road anytime soon due to the high cost and lack of hydrogen filling stations here in the U.S. Taking antibiotics at a young age could increase the risk for obesity. Researchers from the University of Health Sciences says the drugs may alter gut bacteria associated with weight gain. They looked at medicines prescribed to over 300,000 infants during the first 2 years of their lives. Now, children who took antibiotics were 26% more likely to be obese by the age of 3. Long-term use of antacids was also linked to a higher risk for obesity, but to a lesser extent. And people with type 2 diabetes might benefit from a plant-based diet. Researchers in the UK reviewed 11 studies involving over 400 patients with diabetes. Those who started eating a vegetarian or vegan diet improved their blood sugar levels, had less nerve pain, and lost weight. Many patients were also able to cut down or stop taking their diabetes medications. Chris?
News of the weird coming up next. Workers at one tavern in the Big Easy worked overtime in hopes of breaking a delicious world record. More on this in just